VESAK is the major Buddhist festival commemorating the birth, enlightenment, and the nirvana of Sakyamuni Buddha. In July 2006, the headquarters of UNESCO celebrated its first VESAK, commemorating Buddha's 2550th birthday. Pure Land Learning College was invited to join in hosting the event. The president of the college, Venerable Professor Jing Kong, was delighted to accept the invitation. He wanted to use this opportunity to prove to all who know him that both Singapore and Indonesia have now succeeded in uniting the major religions in their countries, that different religions can work together in a cooperative spirit, and also the fact that it only took 1 year for the school he founded in Tongshi to prove that people can be taught to be better people. Therefore, it is entirely possible for us to resolve all conflicts and to restore peace back into our society and our world. During the opening ceremony, the representative of the 9 major religions from Singapore held hands and sincerely prayed together for world peace. Even though the violent conflicts continue among different religions around the world, the 9 major religions from Singapore unite as one family, which proves that religions can unite and cooperate with each other. Both the Director General of UNESCO, Mr. Koichiro Matsuura, and the Deputy Permanent Delegate of Thailand to UNESCO, Dr. Priyanuk Jariavidyanot, gave their speech and their best wishes to this conference, hoping their words of peace would be spread to all corners of the world.
Mr. President of the General Conference, venerable guests, excellencies, ladies and gentlemen. It is a great honor for me to inaugurate at UNESCO headquarters the celebration of the 2550th anniversary of the Buddha. Let me first convey my warm greetings to the hundreds of millions of followers of the Enlightened One around the world, as well as to all those who share the core values of compassion, mutual respect, and peace embodied in his teachings. I would also like to express my gratitude to the organizers of this 3-day celebration, Permanent Delegation of the Kingdom of Thailand to UNESCO, the World Fellowship of Buddhists, the World Buddhist University, and the Pure Land Learning College of Australia. Let me further thank all other permanent delegations who have contributed to this event. In addition to cultural festivities, these anniversary celebrations will also be marked by an international symposium on Buddhism, development, and the role of religion in peace. Allow me to extend a special welcome to the distinguished participants of the discussion panels who have convened here to engage in constructive dialogue on some of the most important issues facing humankind today. Buddhism is one of the world's oldest religions, and its history holds many valuable lessons. We know that the Buddha was born into royalty as Siddhartha Gautama in northern India between the 5th and 6th century BC. Before reaching the age of 30, he decided to leave the comforts of his home in an attempt to comprehend the suffering he witnessed around him. It is worth recalling that the Buddha never pretended to be anything but human. What he learned was inspired neither by a god nor by human authority. Buddha declared, "We are our own master." He taught that through our own efforts and intelligence, we can free ourselves from the slavery of desire and hate. And he emphasized this notion of individual responsibility by declaring that every individual, whatever his or her caste, condition, or faith, could attain nirvana, the ultimate state of inner peace and contentment. Buddhism quickly spread throughout Central, Southeast, and East Asia. In keeping with the Buddha's emphasis on mutual respect, his teachings were propagated peacefully. It was through Buddhism's inherent capacity to assimilate foreign ideas and local traditions without sacrificing its fundamental message that the religion was propagated so successfully among many Asian peoples. As the Buddha's teachings expanded across Asia, various Buddhist traditions emerged. Buddhism, in its diverse forms, brought together the exceptionally rich and creative cultures of the Indian subcontinent, China, Korea, and Japan, as well as of the countries of Southeast Asia. It formed, through this fertile intermingling, a great spiritual community. Indeed, one of the outstanding forces of Buddhism, as both a religion and a philosophy, is its ability to act as a catalyst, enabling different societies to give expression to their latent qualities and creative energy. Buddhism's extraordinary capacity to integrate, transmit, and fertilize many cultures constitutes the living proof of the Buddha's message, unity in diversity. This resonates strongly with UNESCO's notion of cultural diversity. This notion recognizes the common links between societies while acknowledging their distinctive identities as factors of richness and openness in an increasingly globalized world. Buddhism advocates the need to be at peace with oneself in order to be able to open up to others and to fully accept and recognize the diverse identities that make up the fabric of our shared humanity. Such introspection does not imply isolation within one's own world and thoughts. Rather, it suggests an ever-evolving exchange with others of living and thinking, motivated by a true spirit of knowledge of the other. In the current international climate, marked by increasing intercultural and interreligious tensions, this celebration offers an excellent opportunity to give worldwide resonance to the Buddha's message of mutual respect and dialogue. UNESCO views dialogue as an effective means of avoiding the misunderstandings that reinforce negative stereotypes, breed antagonism and mistrust, and pave the way for violence. By allowing different perspectives and critical views to emerge, dialogue can help us to gain a better understanding of other cultures and religions, as well as our own. There can be no doubt that the quest for peace can only come through the mutual understanding of and respect for different faiths, in the spirit of the UNESCO Universal Declaration on Cultural Diversity adopted in 2001. It is UNESCO's constitutional mandate to advance the mutual knowledge and understanding of peoples. The organization attaches great importance to inter-religious dialogue as a means of strengthening relationships within and between societies. The organization is deeply committed not only to fostering dialogue, but also to building new partnerships for interfaith cooperation. With this aim in mind, in March 2006, I signed an agreement to the creation of Unitary Network on Inter-Religious Dialogue for Intercultural Understanding. To mark this occasion, the 15 UNESCO university chairs making up the network convened in Paris for their first meeting. Together, these chairs form a strong platform for building partnerships in support of inter-religious dialogue. Let me also mention that this year, UNESCO celebrates the 100th anniversary of the birth of the influential Theravada Buddhist monk, the Venerable Buddhadasa Bhikkhu from Thailand, who thus joins UNESCO's list of great international personalities. I have been following with great interest recent events and international encounters aimed at promoting dialogue among the world religions. Last month, I had the honor to attend the second Congress of Leaders of World and Traditional Religions in Astana, Kazakhstan. The Congress's final declaration, I quote, condemns all forms of terrorism on the basis that justice can never be established through fear and bloodshed, and that the use of such means in the name of religion is a violation and betrayal of any religion that appeals to human goodness and dialogue. End of the quotation. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, on this special celebration of the 2550th anniversary of the Buddha, I wish to draw particular attention to the Buddhist values of compassion and solidarity. These are values that are shared by all great religions and civilizations. Therefore, I would like to appeal once again to all religions and spiritual traditions, to their leaders and to the people who follow them, to refuse violence and stand united for the well-being of all peoples, regardless of their beliefs and convictions. Having witnessed in recent decades numerous armed conflicts and the great pain and anguish they have caused, we should bear in mind one of the fundamental aims of Buddhism, as expressed in the Four Noble Truths, namely the elimination of suffering. Let us all work together toward this noble goal by countering violence and building a lasting peace in the hearts and minds of all peoples of the world. I thank you for your attention and wish you all a joyous celebration.
His Excellency Koshiro Masura, Director General of UNESCO, His Excellency Dr. Nusa bin Jafar bin Hassan, President of the General Conference of UNESCO, His Excellency Sang Xichen, President of the Executive Board of UNESCO, Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, It is a great honor for me to welcome you on behalf of the permanent delegations of Thailand to UNESCO. As the official coordinator of the 2550 anniversaries of the Buddha at UNESCO, I take this opportunity to express my sincere thanks to His Excellency Koshiro Matsura, Director General of UNESCO, and other distinguished guests to this opening session of the celebration. I am also pleased to welcome the Buddhist leaders of the host organizations, namely His Excellency Pan Vanamati, President of the World Fellowship of Buddhists, Most Venerable Chingung, President of the Pure Land Learning College of Australia, and Professor Noranis Setabut, Director of the World Buddhist University, for their joint cooperation to host these historical events, wishing to acknowledge the Buddhist contribution to world peace and sustainable development. It is also my privilege to welcome both Buddhist and other member states to UNESCO for their kind cooperation to make a success of this event. I also equally welcome the Buddhist dignitaries, monks and nuns, invited speakers, as well as delegates who are coming from around the world to celebrate these Buddhist Golden Jubilees at UNESCO and to pay tribute deeply grateful to the Lord Buddha. It is worthy to note that after 25 centuries existence of these noble religions, the Buddhism today has become a universal religion and philosophy which is playing an important role in different areas of human development. The peace has been touched by the Lord Buddha as main concept of his teachings. For him, without development peace, first one's own inner heart, it is impossible to create world peace. Therefore, practicing of Buddhism as individuals' capacity will help to create peace in the society. In addition, the Lord Buddha's teachings are beneficial to the world community in promotions of the fruitful diversity of culture, solidarity of humankind, and view of culture peace. Finally, I wish to welcome all delegations from Japan, Korea, China, Thailand, Cambodia, Sri Lanka, Australia, Singapore, Malaysia, Indonesia, India, Nepal, Vietnam, France, Germany, Italy, United Kingdom, United States of America, and other countries on behalf of the organization's committee. Thank you for your intentions.
Venerable Dharmaratana, host of the conference activities, gave his introduction as to the purpose and the meaning of this event.
Thank you very much, Madam Dr. Priyanut, as an official coordinator. Most Venerable Professor Chingung, the President of Pure Land Learning College of Australia, His Excellency Koichiro Matsura, Director General of UNESCO, His Excellency Dr. Musa bin Jafar bin Hassan, the President of the General Conference of UNESCO, Venerable Sirs, ladies and gentlemen. It is with immense pleasure and honor I wish to address you this morning to this historical celebration of the 2550th anniversary of the Buddha at UNESCO. with the instruction given by His Excellency Pan Vannamati, the President of the World Fellowship of Buddhists, and generous contribution has made by the Most Venerable Chinkun, I took the responsibility to organize this event with the joint cooperation of the World Buddhist University, Pure Land Learning College, and permanent delegation of Thailand to UNESCO, as well as other Buddhist member states to UNESCO. We are today commemorate the 2550th anniversary of the Buddha, Sakyamuni Gautama, who founded Buddhist religion, and we consider him as a foremost humanist in the human history. It is not any exaggeration to say that the 45 years of teaching of the Buddha have been influenced to lives of several million and million of the people in this planet Earth. Mr. Director General, I am very glad to see your presence in this illustrious gathering, as well as our President of the General Conference, together with Buddhist leaders and distinguished delegates coming from four corners of the world, to celebrate this extraordinary event at the Temple of World Culture, UNESCO in Paris. Your Excellencies, it is surprising to recall here that while the entire Buddhist world celebrates this year the Buddhist Golden Jubilee at a larger degree with a great enthusiasm, the United Nations also celebrate the Year of the Culture of Peace, which make not only joint effort for peace determination in worldwide, but also pay homage to this extraordinary man and his contribution to human development. The Buddha's activity in the 6th century BCE corresponds to the time of the Socrates in Greece and Confucius in China, and it was a period of enlightenment which heralded the beginning of the humanism. Ladies and gentlemen, during these 3 days of celebration at UNESCO, there would be a series of activities has been planned to enrich this historical event. Among them, 2 keynote speeches will highlight how and which manner Buddhism has been influenced to humanity, as well as to maintain sustainable development of world peace. Besides that, there would be 2 panel discussions. The first panel will focus that how Buddhism has been contributed in education, spiritual, ethical, and humanistic progress since its inception. And the second will be an intercultural dialogue, which will aim how dialogue and openness will eliminate mistrust, misunderstanding, and intolerance among different traditions, and to find out the role of religion for peace building. Mr. Director General, the Buddhist world is very conscious of your noble mission at UNESCO in peace development through education, culture, social and human sciences, and communication. Therefore, while celebrating this Buddhist Golden Jubilee, there are more than 70 countries are here today in this house to show their commitment for world peace, harmony and tolerance, as well as to cooperate with UNESCO's virtuous mission for the service of humanity. I also take this opportunity to extend our sincere thanks to you for your confidence on our activities at UNESCO and 52 countries in the world by recommending to UNESCO Executive Board that World Fellowship of Buddhists to be upgraded from its current status of operational relation to formal consultative relation. Therefore, I strongly believe that the philosophy of the Buddha may contribute a lot UNESCO sectors of culture and education in its program of dialogue among civilization, philosophy, peace and human rights education, which seem to be missing in the activities. Mr. President, The world nation today face many problems, among them insecurity, become a deadly, a universal curse, both among the rich and the poor. The highly developed science and technology has failed to find out the secret of human happiness. Therefore, I believe that during these 3 days of discussions, we may find out a roadmap in the light of the Buddha's teaching to create a better world where all human beings would enjoy peace and serenity. Thank you very much.
During the conference, the President of the General Conference, His Excellency Ambassador Musa bin Jafar bin Hassan, the President of the Pure Land Learning College, Venerable Professor Jin Kong, the President of the Executive Board of UNESCO, Mr. Zhang Xinsheng, all gave speeches. Australia's Deputy Representative to UNESCO also presented a speech on behalf of Australia's Prime Minister, the Honourable John Howard, extending his best wishes.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. معالي كوتشيرو ماتسورا مدير عام اليونسكو، سعادة نائب المندوب الدائم لتايلاند، الزملاء منظمي هذا الاحتفال الكبير، العلماء، رجال الدين، الأساتذة، سيداتي سادتي، إننا اليوم وفي هذا اللقاء التاريخي الكبير الذي نتذكر فيه رجل عظيم وهب حياته من أجل الإنسانية، ذكرى 2550 سنة على ميلاد بوذا. إن هذا اليوم إن هذا اللقاء في مشاركة رجال الدين والسياسة والأدب والاجتماع سيسمح لتكاثف الجهود والإرادات من أجل بناء ثقافة جديدة للتعامل مع أحداث العالم بحكمة، سعيا إلى تحقيق أهداف التسامح والحوار والتي من أجلها أنشئت منظمة اليونسكو. إننا نحتاج إلى منهج رصين يضيء للإنسانية خطوات الحوار من أجل رؤية شاملة تراعي كافة المعتقدات والتنوع الثقافي، وتحدد الأهداف وتقترح الحلول عن طريق التفاعل بين الثقافات والحضارات. إن تاريخ بوذا يحمل سجلاً خصباً وغنياً، فقد تطرق إلى كافة أوجه الحياة وقدم نصائحه منذ أكثر من 2500 عام التي تجعلنا اليوم وفي القرن 21 نشعر بأهميتها. إنها رسالة نبعت من فكر وقلب بوذا تناقلتها الأجيال، وعلينا الاهتمام بهذا التراث من أجل حوار حقيقي بين الأديان.
教科文组织的秘书长，联合国教科文组织议会会长，泰国驻法国的大使，尊敬的9大宗教的代表们，来自世界各地的专家学者，诸位女士们、先生们， 这一次非常荣幸，澳洲浸宗学院应联合国教科文组织的邀请，与法国大使共同举办热烈庆祝2550年的卫赛节的活动。来自全球许许多多的国家代表贵宾们齐聚一堂，探讨佛教对人类的贡献，净空在此的致最诚挚的欢迎。净空从55年的学习当中，深深地体会到佛教是佛陀对一切众生至善圆满的教育。释迦牟尼佛是古代的多元文化的社会教育家，同时也是多元文化的社会教育义务工作者。2500多年来，无数的高僧大德、善男信女接受如此圆满智慧教育为主修的课程，潜移默化，自行化他，为幸福美满、社会安定、世界和平做出伟大的贡献。佛法圆融的慈悲智慧，提升了人们心灵的层次，高度的善巧方便，丰富了人们文化艺术，特别在东方的历史产生了深远广大的影响。它与中国5000年文化水乳交融，和传统伦理、道德、因果、智慧、科学教育相得益彰。而在今天这样天灾人祸频繁的时代当中，真正力行实践学佛者，必定是从自己内心化解对一切人事物的对立疑虑做起，进而化解社会诸多的冲突矛盾，实践爱心遍世界、善意满人间的世界一家、幸福人生、和谐社会。实际上，不仅佛法，世界上所有宗教神圣的伦理道德教育，都能引导我们走向和谐光明。这几天的活动当中，我们也会将这些年来努力所做的成果，以及在中国汤池小镇以释迦牟尼佛办班教学的方式，推动和谐社会这个实验的效果，向大会来做报告，敬请指教，并祝大会圆满成功，各位嘉宾身心愉快，吉祥如意。谢谢。
It is an honour for me to deliver a message from the Prime Minister of Australia, John Howard. The message begins, "It gives me great pleasure to provide this message on the occasion of the conference at UNESCO in Paris from 7 to 9 October 2006 to celebrate the 2550th anniversary of the birth of Buddha. This conference provides an excellent opportunity for Buddhists and scholars of Buddhism to join together to consider the profound influence that Buddhism has had globally, both historically and in more recent times. I am particularly pleased to learn that Australian Buddhists have contributed to the development and presentation of the conference under the leadership of the Venerable Master Jin Kung AM, Vice-Chancellor of Pure Land Learning College in Toowoomba, Queensland. Australia is a peaceful, harmonious and inclusive nation that respects the rights of citizens to maintain and develop their cultural and religious beliefs in an Australian context. The Buddhist community is held in high regard in Australia due to its long-standing commitment to strengthening community relations through the promotion of interfaith understanding. I send greetings of peace and goodwill to all those attending the conference. Prime Minister of Australia, John Howard. Thank you.
我首先用中文给大家表示问好，各位早上好，并且热烈的祝贺庆祝释迦牟尼布达2550年诞辰的周年纪念，而且感谢各位为世界的和平所做出的贡献，谢谢。Your Excellency, Dr. Musa Hassan, President of General Conference, Your Excellency, all the leaders of the major religions and the representatives of the major religions of the world, Your Excellency, Ambassador of Thailand to France and the permanent delegation to UNESCO, Your Excellency, Mr. Jean Guiquenot, Ambassador and Permanent Delegate of France to UNESCO, Excellencies, distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to thank you for inviting me to this opening session of celebration of 2550th anniversary of Buddha Sakyamuni Gautama. It is not only an honor for me, but also a great pleasure to have this opportunity to be together with you, to listening to you. I should like to extend to you the warmest greetings on behalf of the Executive Board of UNESCO. And I also like to express my sincere thanks, great appreciation to all of you, the leaders of the religions of the world, for your contribution for the inter-religion and the intercultural dialogue, for your contribution to build the peace through this kind of cultural and religious exchange. This is so important and so urgently needed. So, based on that, I must thank you and give you a salute.
After the opening speech, Venerable Professor Jing Kong presented the Great Buddhist Canon, Qianlong edition, as his gift to all the honorable guests and each of the respective religious representatives. This particular edition is also called the Long Canon. This edition of the Great Canon contains the complete series of Buddhist teachings compiled and edited by a group of selected great Buddhist masters under the direct order of Emperor Qianlong of the Qing dynasty. Immediately following the presentation, additional speeches were given by the Deputy Permanent Delegate of Thailand to UNESCO, Dr. Priyanuk Jariavijanont, the President of the World Fellowship of Buddhists from Thailand, Mr. Pan Wanameti, Rector of World Buddhist University of Thailand, Rector Norinit Setabut, Director of Satira Dhammasathan of Thailand, Mr. Machi Sansani Stirasutta, and the Honorable President of the French Buddhist Union, Ms. Patricia Gadin. All expressed their hopes and expectations for what this meaningful event can bring.
Distinguished guests, I have the honor to tell you that on two sets of the gift that you have seen on the screen, Master Ching Kung have provided for on permanent delegations, about 191 sets. So I take this opportunity to pay my great thanks to Master Ching Kung. And I would like to announce that for some permanent delegations here, because it's heavy, you could say, please contact Thailand delegation and we will contribute to you. Thank you very much.
Most Venerable Professor Ching Kong, the Most Reverend Jodo Matsunami, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, On the auspicious occasion of the 2550th anniversary celebration of the Lord Buddha at the UNESCO, may I take the opportunity to offer my warmest and heartfelt congratulations to the host organization, the organizing committee, and all distinguished participants at this event. For over 25 centuries, the Lord Buddha's teachings have expanded and have been followed throughout the world. All of us are constantly inspired by his teaching of loving kindness, compassion, sympathetic joy, and equanimity, which leads to the world peace. As time passed by, apparently, there has been some decline in our observation of Buddhist practice and our attention to the benefit of the teaching. The World Fellowship of Buddhists upholds the Buddha compassion to all beings as well as the timeless value of his teaching. We thus observe the VESAK day, which sanctifies his birth, enlightenment, and Parinibbana as World Meditation Days in order to remind us of the way of peace of the Lord Buddha. It is a source of gratification that the organizing committees here will hold the commemorable event on the 7th to the 9th October this year, which would promote our awareness on the exemplar of the Lord Buddha and the merit of the whole noble teaching. May the celebration of the 2550th anniversary of the Buddha be fulfilled with the best success. Pan Wannameti, President of the World Fellowship of Buddhists, Bangkok, Thailand. Thank you.
Mr. President, distinguished participants, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the World Buddhist University, I'm greatly honored to be invited to extend my sincere congratulations to the host organizations, the organizing committee, and all distinguished participants on the occasion of the 2550th anniversary celebration of the Buddha at the UNESCO. As Buddhists, we are grateful to the Buddha and his teaching, which protect us from all evils and enable us to live in peace with other world beings. Hence, in place of the Buddha, we celebrate his birth, enlightenment, and passing away in the VESAK Day, which is the World Meditation Day as initiated by the World Fellowship of Buddhists. The World Buddhist University, the academic division of the World Fellowship of Buddhists, is well aware of its mission to promote and promulgate the Buddha's teaching around the world. It is our good opportunity to join together here to discuss on the Buddhist contribution to the humanity and to participate in the Forum of Buddhist Contribution to Culture and Human Development and role of religions for world peace. I'm sure that the attempt of the host and the organizing committee to hold the meeting will yield their worldwide result. May I wish the celebration of the 2550th anniversary of the Buddha at the UNESCO very success. Thank you very much.
Most Venerable Excellency, dear friends, may we come to our breathing in the present moment. Are you awake? Please don't forget the little happiness in your heart. I would like to invite all of you to meditate with the little happiness in your heart. Now, please hold the hands. Please hold the hand of the person beside you. Please don't forget the smile on your face. A little boy reminded her mother not to forget a little happiness in her heart. A way of the little boy gives us a signal not to be angry. ในใจฉันมีความสุขเล็กๆในใจฉัน I feel little happiness of my heart, of my heart, of my heart. I feel little happiness of my heart. May we have a little happiness in our heart and share to each other. Please thank to the one who received your happiness, because they make you feel valuable. No one is worth of your hatred. Building the world is to build the hearts of the children. Parents are the first persons who present the world to the children. We will build the beautiful world through children and youth. The motto of youth is world peace. Once the youth have spirituality, women and men will be equal, and humanity will survive. Thank you very much.
Excellences, Vénérables, Mesdames et Messieurs, je commencerai tout d'abord par vous exprimer toute ma joie et mon bonheur de vous voir tous ici réunis à l'UNESCO pour répondre à l'appel du 2550e anniversaire du Bouddha Sakyamuni Gautama. C'est dire la force et la vivacité du bouddhisme aujourd'hui dans le monde et plus particulièrement ici en France. Pourtant, la France est une très jeune nation dans le bouddhisme. Certes, il y eut quelques échanges culturels entre l'Inde et le monde occidental dès l'Antiquité, notamment lors de l'invention d'Alexandre le Grand en Inde au IVe siècle, avec donc beaucoup d'échanges économiques. Puis, pendant les périodes helléniques et les périodes romaines, là encore, nous avons quelques échanges commerciaux, quelques informations, mais il est très très peu fait mention du bouddhisme, à l'exception peut-être d'un rapport qui est de Clément d'Alexandrie, un moine, un père chrétien du IIIe siècle, qui se réfère à un missionnaire revenant de l'Inde et mentionnant ce pays comme étant à l'origine du bouddhisme. Mais pas beaucoup plus d'informations. De la chute de l'Empire romain jusqu'au commencement du deuxième millénaire après Jésus-Christ, en fait, les contacts n'ont été que très occasionnels. Et de même, par la suite, au Moyen-Âge, nous n'avons pas beaucoup d'éléments, sauf que quelques chrétiens nestoriens dits hérétiques, entre guillemets, originaires d'Asie mineure, se sont avancés jusqu'aux Indes, jusqu'en Asie centrale et dès le XVIIe siècle jusqu'en Chine, où ils ont entretenu de très très grands, fréquents contacts avec les bouddhistes chinois. Mais en fait, pour revenir à la France plus spécifiquement, la première relation fut diplomatique. L'envoyé du roi Louis XIV, Simon de la Loubère, a été le premier à visiter le Siam, à en faire un rapport très très intéressant et très constructif, nous mentionnant pour la première fois la langue pali. C'est là véritablement l'origine de la connaissance du bouddhisme en France. Dans son rapport de 1691, il a notamment intégré une traduction de la vie de Devadatta. Mais c'est surtout en fait à la fin du XIXe siècle que nous aurons une plus grande connaissance, grâce aux pionniers sanskritistes, de la tradition bouddhiste et du canon pali. Le premier grand initiateur en la matière fut Eugène Burnouf, en 1844, qui a publié une grammaire de pali, une traduction du Sutra du Lotus et une introduction à l'histoire du bouddhisme indien. C'est là véritablement le premier ouvrage d'un érudit en France, bien sûr aidé par d'autres, suivi également par d'autres universitaires. Mais je tenais à le souligner parce que c'est, à mon avis, un point très important sur l'histoire du bouddhisme et la pénétration du bouddhisme en France. Il y eut donc par la suite, bien sûr, de nombreuses publications et d'études de textes bouddhiques originels, en particulier des textes du canon pali, du Theravada, qui ont donc fait émerger la connaissance du bouddhisme en France. Mais cette connaissance scientifique ne signifie pas la pratique par les individus. Il faudra en fait attendre le XXe siècle pour qu'il y ait effectivement un ressenti sur les individus. C'est en 1929 qu'une Américaine a créé à Paris une société qui s'appelait les Amis du bouddhisme. C'est là la première, dirais-je, vulgarisation de la connaissance du bouddhisme en France. Mais le mouvement était surtout soutenu par des universitaires, encore une fois, donc traditionnellement issus de la Sorbonne, et elle entretenait énormément de liens avec Ceylan et l'Indochine française. Mais encore une fois, les individus n'étaient pas véritablement concernés.
During his speech, Venerable Professor Jing Kong emphasized the fact that only the sacred teachings that promote the morality, the virtues, the principles of cause and effect, the wisdom and the teachings based on scientific findings can resolve all types of conflicts, collisions, and complicated problems. All religions are multicultural social education based on kindness, indiscriminate love, sincere respect, modesty, and amiability. Those who dedicate their work in the field of education must have a firm belief that the original self-nature of humankind is good and kind.
尊敬的泰国大使，尊敬的9大宗教的代表，世界佛教的学人，法国佛教会的会长，来自世界各地的专家学者法师，诸位女士们、先生们，中国5000年，你说这么大的国家，这么多的族群，能够长时间维系着和睦相处、平等对待，许多专家学者认为这是奇迹，不可能的事情呢。中国人为什么做到？所以我们就想到中国古人的方法，不是用开会，也不是用镇压，也不是用报复，用什么呢？用教学，办办教学，这个方法成功了。所以我们就用这个方法呢，在中国找一个小镇做一个实验，没有想到这个试验呢，出乎我意料之外的成功了。我们原先以为要用3年的时间来教学，没有想到不到1年。我们的试验从去年11月开始，今年现在10月，这1年的时间呢，收到非常殊胜的效果。那么这个9号我们有2位老师来向大家把这个实验作为具体的报告提供给联合国为参考，提供给全世界爱好和平的知识人员做个参考。我们共同努力恢复化解冲突，促进安定和平的信心。所以有很多人问我，他说法师，你这汤池做这个，你是有什么企图，有什么目的？我说确实，我有企图，有目的。过去我在新加坡3年，我做了一桩事情，宗教是可以团结的。我们新加坡9大宗教像兄弟姐妹一样，一家人，可以团结。那么人民是可以教得好的。只要你肯教，以伦理、道德、因果、智慧、科学，好好的来教，要把恶人变成善人，把坏人变成好人，把迷惑的人变成聪明人，把愚痴的人变成智慧的人，把凡人变成圣人，变成佛菩萨。教学就成功了，所以我们做这个，通过这个试验，我们就有了信心，所以人民确实能够教得好的。
Following the opening ceremony, Venerable Professor Jin Kong presented a complete set of the Great Canon to each of the representatives of various religions and the honorable guests. This long canon not only included all the Chinese Buddhist sutras translated from Sanskrit, it is also an anthology of annotations of the great Chinese Buddhist masters and scholars and their reports accounting for what they had learned over the past 1700 and more years. Its rich content truly constitutes the most valuable and precious asset of wisdom. During the first day of the conference, Venerable Dharmaratana hosted 2 panel discussions on the topic of Buddhist contributions to human culture and development. The following participants were included: Professor Pasadika of Philipps University from Germany, Professor Chenet of University of Paris 4 Sorbonne from France, Venerable Dr. Bongkhot Siripol of Mahamongkol International Buddhist Meditation Center from Thailand, Director and Reverend Thich Nhat Hanh of the Center of Plum Village from France, Director and Dr. Bhattacharya of CNRS from France, Director and Professor To Sui Hin of the Griffith University Multi-Faith Center from Australia. They told the audience about their personal research findings.
Venerable members of the Sangha, Your Eminences, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, I'm talking about Buddhist social ethics as a contribution towards world peace. A few years back, at an international conference on topics of religious studies and religious history, it was stated that social ethics originated from modern times, with the religious circles in Europe ushered in by the worldwide industrial revolution. However, taking into consideration facts of religious history and by reflecting upon the meaning of social ethics, the science of morals or system of principles and rules of conduct pertaining to society, to the mutual relations of humanity, I think it becomes clear that social ethics is a Western innovation, in inverted commas, only in respect of being occasioned by the said Industrial Revolution and of coining a new term. Likewise, not long ago, a new word was introduced, namely globalization. Soon after, followed by global ethics, which I think is a happy choice because it can be seen as suggesting cultural, religious and ethical pluralism. Everybody knows in theory and or by experience that notwithstanding all tremendous scientific and economic progress, humanity suffers from well-known ills, being part and parcel of human existence throughout history. Thus, as much as possible, impartially listening to what remedies the founders of the world religions, saints and sages of the world have to offer, may always prove a timely reminder. Now, on the occasion of the traditional 2550th anniversary of the Buddha, let me present just a few excerpts from what the historical Buddha and one of his eminent successors, Nagarjuna, have to say on social ethics from a Buddhist perspective, being applicable as global ethics. By setting forth his teachings, the Buddha's sole concern was to point out the way to the end of unsatisfactoriness or suffering and ultimate release. So that for ancient Buddhism, the question of its relationship with the state was just a peripheral one.
Pour commencer, qu'il me soit permis de m'incliner devant les éminents représentants du Sangha bouddhique et de les saluer respectueusement dans cette auguste enceinte. Lorsque l'on considère la longue route parcourue par l'humanité depuis qu'elle a commencé à prendre en charge sa destinée, à l'aube des temps historiques, on aperçoit une lumière qui a guidé tout au long de son histoire, une lumière qui l'a guidé en serpentant dans un vaste paysage que domine le fleuve puissant de la tradition spirituelle. Ce fleuve qui coule depuis des temps sans commencement et tout au long de millénaires de vie et d'efforts humains. Ce fleuve jaillit des grands fondateurs de religion, des illuminés, qui de temps en temps se manifestent parmi les hommes et dont le message revêt une signification universelle si vaste qu'après plusieurs millénaires, nous n'en avons pas encore atteint les profondeurs ni épuisé les moyens d'expression et de réalisation. Au nombre de ses maîtres spirituels, le nom de Gautama Shakyamuni brille d'un éclat particulier. À l'origine du bouddhisme, il y a naturellement l'éveil, la bodhi, que Gautama Shakyamuni atteignit. Le Bouddha atteignit à l'éveil, il accéda à la connaissance de sa délivrance, de son extinction, et il s'éveilla donc à la clairvoyante intuition du système du monde et de la nature ultime de la réalité. C'est alors, pour reprendre l'expression d'un texte bouddhique, le Lalita Vistara, qu'il entra dans la cité de l'omniscience. C'est dire que le bouddhisme s'origine non pas à la descente sur terre d'un sauveur divin ou d'un fils de Dieu, mais bien uniquement à l'expérience exceptionnelle d'un homme qui, à force d'efforts héroïques déployés tout au long de 547 existences successives, réussit à atteindre à la délivrance, laquelle devait sceller son indéfectible privilège. Ce qu'on appelle le dharma du Bouddha, la doctrine bouddhique, c'est l'énonciation de l'expérience particulière que le Bouddha a faite lorsqu'il est parvenu à la vision intuitive des lois qui président à l'existence et à l'organisation des choses, telles que la fameuse loi de la coproduction conditionnée ou loi de la production des phénomènes en dépendance, pratitya samutpada en sanskrit.
สาธุสาธุสาธุวันนี้เป็นวันอภิมหามงคลชัยอันยิ่งใหญ่อันสูงสุดในชีวิตของโลกจักรวาลในชีวิตของลูกแก้วทั้งหลายอีกวันหนึ่งที่ได้มีโอกาสมีลมหายใจมีชีวิตเหลืออยู่ถึงวันนี้คือวันได้นำชีวิตนำลมหายใจมานอบน้อมกายวาจาใจกราบอนุโมทนาสาธุการกราบขอบพระคุณท่านผู้อำนวยการใหญ่สำนักงานใหญ่องค์การยูเนสโกพร้อมคณะกราบอนุโมทนาขอบพระคุณท่านเอกอัครราชทูตไทยประจำประเทศฝรั่งเศสกราบขอบพระคุณองค์การพุทธศาสนิกสัมพันธ์แห่งโลกกราบขอบพระคุณมหาวิทยาลัยพุทธศาสนาแห่งโลกกราบขอบพระคุณกราบขอบพระคุณอย่างสูงสุดเจ้าภาพใหญ่วิทยาลัยเพียวแลนด์ณประเทศออสเตรเลียทุกท่านกราบขออนุโมทนาสาธุการอย่างสูงสุดต่อท่านอาจารย์ดร.ปิยนุชท่านอาจารย์ดร.รัตนะพร้อมกับคณะท่านธรรมอาจารย์คณะสงฆ์ท่านภิกษุณีท่านอุบาสกอุบาสิกาพร้อมกับคณะท่านศาสดาท่านด็อกเตอร์คณาจารย์ผู้เลิศคุณทุกรูปทุกนามทุกท่านที่ท่านเมตตาเสียสละเวลามาร่วมอนุโมทนาในวันเฉลิมฉลองชัยอายุพระพุทธศาสนา 2,550 ปีในวันนี้และกราบขออนุโมทนาสาธุการกับพ่อแม่พี่น้องแขกท่านผู้มีเกียรติที่ยิ่งใหญ่ที่ท่านได้เสียสละเวลาเดินทางมาจากไกลแสนไกลจากทั่วโลกเพื่อมาอนุโมทนาสาธุการในงานอันเป็นอภิมหามงคลชัยในวันนี้ลูกแก้วบาสิกาบงกฎขอนอบน้อมขอเป็นตัวแทนพ่อแม่พี่น้องชาวไทยทั่วแผ่นดินกราบขอเป็นตัวแทนพ่อแม่พี่น้องมวลหมู่มนุษยชาติทั่วโลกทั่วจักรวาลเพื่อกราบแทบเท้าขอบพระคุณกับคณะท่านเจ้าภาพพิเศษสุดคือวิทยาลัยเพียวแลนด์แห่งประเทศออสเตรเลียทุกรูปทุกนามทุกท่านและคณะท่านอาจารย์ใหญ่ท่านธรรมาจารย์ทุกรูปที่ท่านได้รวมพลังน้ำใจอันยิ่งใหญ่จัดงานเฉลิมฉลองชัยอายุพระพุทธศาสนาซึ่งเป็นครั้งแรกของสำนักงานใหญ่องค์การยูเนสโกเพิ่งจะมีการจัด
Dear brothers and sisters, let us go back to our body and enjoy our breathing. Breathing in, I know I am alive. Breathing out, I smile to life. In me and around me. Breathing in, I'm aware of my body. Breathing out, I allow my body to release all the tension in it. Dear friends, you are invited to enjoy your breathing and smiling while I do the work of talking. 10 years ago, I was proposed by the director of UNESCO, His Excellency Federico Mayer, to do a book, to do a manual on the practice of peace, a practice of non-violence. It should be a manual, he said. And I was ready to accept to do the work. For me, that is an easy thing to do, because in Plum Village, where I live and practice, we only do that, practicing peace, practicing non-violence all year round. There are 300 of us, monastics and lay people, who live together. And what we do every day is learning to be peace and to do peace. And we opened the center for friends in the world to come and practice with us. About 5,000 or 10,000 people come every year. And what they learn in Plum Village is to be peace and to practice peace and non-violence.
Deux mots seulement, car le temps ne me permettra pas de développer cette question si importante soit-elle. Religion dite négative, quelquefois, le bouddhisme place l'homme au premier plan. Le Bouddha, à qui le rend hommage aujourd'hui avec des fleurs de l'encens, n'est pas un dieu, mais un homme, seulement un homme parfaitement éveillé. Manussa Bhutto Sambuddho, éveillé à sa véritable condition d'homme. Il est pour nous un modèle à imiter. Le Bouddha a découvert la vérité éternelle, intemporelle, en suivant un chemin déjà emprunté par les anciens Bouddhas. Pubbakehi samma sambuddhehi anuyatang. Comme on découvre une vieille cité ensevelie dans la forêt, en suivant un chemin déjà emprunté par les anciens. Pubbakehi manussehi anuyatang. Cette vérité, le Bouddha l'a enseignée durant 45 ans, invitant ses auditeurs à la vérifier chacun à leur tour, à la réaliser en eux-mêmes. Tous les Theravadins répètent tous les jours la formule Svakato Bhagavata Dhammo Sanditiko Akaliko Ehi Pasiko Opanaiko Pachatang Veditabbo Vinyuhi. La question de la foi et de la raison se pose ici clairement et la réponse est claire aussi. Il ne s'agit pas évidemment de la foi en une révélation, mais de la confiance en la vérité enseignée, confiance qui doit être suivie de l'examen raisonné, lequel à son tour doit préparer à la connaissance parfaite, immédiate. Rajnya Vanya. Cependant, quelle est pour l'homme sa véritable condition d'homme et à quoi est due sa condition actuelle? Le Bouddha, on le sait, nie toute réalité véritable à l'individu empirique.
Shalom, Shanti, Salam, Herping, Santipap. Greetings of peace to all respected venerables from Buddhism and so many other faiths, communities here, and all the excellencies and representatives of UNESCO delegations, and all friends within the Buddhist community and also from other communities as well. I'm also greatly humbled to be part of a panel of very respected venerables and eminent scholars of Buddhism. My reflections, the few reflections I hope to share, will be very much as a, if you like, a lay person, brought up in Malaysia and in an island, Penang, where there was this confluence and openness to Buddhist traditions of all schools. And I'm very grateful for that openness. And I think Buddhism, as I think in all other faiths, is always a personal challenge. In other words, it's always an ongoing daily struggle to try and really understand the meanings of, in the case of Buddhism, what does compassion really mean? What does loving kindness mean? What are all the Buddhist virtues, the Eightfold Path, how to overcome greed, delusions, anger. I think all these are constant challenges. And I think sometimes we go forward, and on occasion we may even stop or perhaps even go backwards. But if we are mindful, then hopefully we will continue to go forward. And of course now in my present role in the Multi-Faith Center, I have learned and have been affirmed by the teachings of many faiths, not just Buddhism. And I'm also very grateful for that. And I think too, the world today is much more complex than the world of 2,500 years ago. And so this becomes another challenge in how we actually can affirm and practice Buddhism and all our other faiths. I'm of course very grateful to my parents because I think we learn our first meanings of becoming human beings through our families. Parents often, good parents, sacrifice, practice love as they bring up their children and teach them ethics and virtues. And a little example here, my father spent 3 years in a war camp because of the Second World War, but after he emerged, he never once said a word of enmity towards his former captors. And I think for me that's a lesson in forgiveness and reconciliation.